Hello, Steve Mills here. Welcome to this week's Association of Prudent Marketing email. Today I'm going to talk to you about something that I'm so passionate about and something that I believe is lacking so much in so many businesses. I really hope it's not lacking in yours. And that is the quality and the frequency of keeping in touch with your current and past customers. If you said to me, where can I get the best list from, Steve? My answer would always be the same, unless you're a new startup, that is. It would be your list of current and past customers. Do you have any past customers that have just disappeared off the scene? There was never a problem really. They've just not bought from you for a while. Do you have current customers that are not buying from you as often as you would like, or not buying certain products? Are they even aware of the full range of products and services that you provide? By the way, look out for an email coming up all about what I call the windows of opportunity. If that's an issue for you, that'll be a great video for you. So, how often do you keep in touch with your current customers? And how? Do you speak to them on the phone on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly basis? I hope it's not less than that by the way. How often do you email them? Is that, again, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly? Do you ever write to them? Do you ever write them a physical letter? I just wonder right now, whether all this technology that I'm a massive believer in, whether, we are going back a little bit to the old days. The other day I got a letter from Google, physical letter in the post, on paper, in an envelope from Google. So if Google are sending out letters, then, I just wonder whether we should. So, whatever your sort of numbers are right now, if you're speaking to them once a quarter, my sort of recommendation, or at least my question for you is, would it be better to do this a little bit better, a little bit more often? Maybe monthly. If you're doing it monthly, what about weekly? If you're doing it weekly, what about daily, or at least a couple of times a week? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not suggesting bombarding people, but what I will suggest to you is that most businesses make the mistake of doing this too little and not too much. I'm no doubt on my email list, and you're getting 2 emails a week from me as part of the association anyway, plus other emails. So you're in very, very regular contact with me. And the one thing I can tell you about me is I can phone any of over 10,000 people who are on my database. I can just phone them up and go, "Oh, hi, Steve Mills here, the Prudent Marketing Company." They go, "Oh, yeah, Steve, hi, how are you?" Now, there's really some value in that. I say that not to impress, but to impress upon you. What's your version of that? How often do you keep in touch with people? Do people know you? Does your database, if you phoned your database, a prospect on that list, would they even know who you were? So that's really the message of this week. Go and think about how you can implement a better keep in touch process, whether that's, I'm talking here about customers and past customers, but that also applies to prospects too. How often do you keep in touch with them? And these days, there's no excuse for it, guys. You can do this on a simple email. Go and buy something like MailChimp or SendBlaster or Constant Contact, one of those simple systems. And if you've only got a small database of, let's say, less than 1,000 people, it's free. You don't even have to pay anything. If you're a little bit more sophisticated, then I'd strongly recommend you use something like Infusionsoft, the system that I use. So check out infusionsoft.com and give us a call if you want to ask me about it and why would I recommend it for you, because it's not for everybody. It's very sophisticated, very complex, and by that nature, it's not simple. MailChimp is easy. You know, write the text, upload the database, do a couple of mail merge types things, and job's done. But Infusionsoft is much more sophisticated than that, so it's not for everybody. But if you want to ask me, then by all means do. So that's it then. Go and take action again. You know, whatever it is, try and do it better. Is there marketing materials that you don't really send, like a newsletter maybe? Although I'm sort of cringing a little bit as I'm saying newsletter, because I don't really like the idea of a newsletter that much. But you know, there are loads of ways. What about sending people a book? That's something I do like. I just, you know, select a client and send them a book and try and make it something interesting that's going to help them in some way. You know, go and send them a book or send them a report, send them a video like this maybe. But, you know, what I don't want you to do, just to be clear here, I don't want you to just go, do you want to buy this? Do you want to buy that? Do you want to buy that? What about that? Do you want to buy that? We want to build relationships. Okay, so send them a free report that you've written. Send them a free article that you've found. Send them somebody else's video. Send them a useful piece of information. Call them and invite them to an event. That's a great thing to do. You know, whether it's your event or, you know, just pick up the phone. Hi, it's Steve here. Just let you know I'm going to the Chamber of Commerce down in Portsmouth on Friday, and I know you're down in Portsmouth, so I just thought I'd give you a call, see if you wanted to meet up, either before or after, or just come to the event. You know, all I'm trying to do is enable you to improve the relationships that you've already got with your current people, your past people, and your prospects. So that's it. Thank you very much for listening.